Yeah, anyone watching this is Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, and I have seen rumor that there is a. Hey, Rob, I've seen rumor that there's a Car Mechanic Simulator 2026 going to be out next year. So everything's going in your neck of the woods, Rob. This is that V12 Jag I was working on the other day. Finishing it up. This is a personal collection car. Whoops. Overflowed that a little. Oh, yesterday wasn't too bad. It was today, man. The wind was horrible. I forgot to check to see if the trash can was still sitting in the right spot. Let me go do that real quick. It's door's right here next to me, so it's easy to just poke my head out and look. Yeah, I tucked the trash can in behind the mailbox. That way, if it went to blow over, the mailbox would hold it up.
Somebody lost their red solo cup.
Only 200 to fix the Jeep. What was wrong with it? What was it? One of the bearings or something going? Excuse me, going out. Because 200 is not much for a noise at what you were talking about. Could hold a little bit more oil. Where was that? Fill that. Why did it say it wasn't at max? Why just overflowed it on that little touch? Now it's at max. You're just gonna bypass the air compressor? Or replacing the pulley in the air compressor? Oh, huh. Okay. I think that'd be an important part, but I don't know a whole lot about them. Alright, that thing's not able to be tuned at all. Just make sure I get the 280. That's basically just verifying that the car is finished. Oh, right on. Yeah, free on something that you really don't want to mess around. Got this old taxi here. I just haven't really done any work to it yet. You have 4x60 for air. Does that mean you roll down four windows and do 60 mile an hour? Where do we want an auction? Let's go to junkyard and see what we can find. That's what I grew up with. My dad had an old Plymouth Duster, and it had the floor vents you could open up, and it would pull air in and circulate air at the bottom. Had little side vents in front of your front windows, like your your driver and passenger side windows had those little vents, the triangle vents. That car was a death trap. We were going down the road one day, and the passenger door just flew open on us. These cars right here usually aren't too bad to work on, and they normally have a pretty good flip for them. Shoot, I've got to buy that. I hate this game. It's kicking my butt. The heck is this? Oh, I've already got one of these. How much am I getting? Nope, not even worth it. These things look neat, but they're not really worth anything. Estimated value versus the buy price, that's worth picking up just to put an interior in it and sell it. Hey now, wasn't done with that. What game is he playing? PS3 game Feeding Frenzy? Haven't heard of that one. Nissan GTR. I think I have one of these. I could make a couple $100 on it. Oh, right on. I think I've seen games similar to that on the phone. They're so full of ads and everything, they're just a pain in the butt. I play Bejeweled from time to time on my phone, though. That is a wicked looking rear end. I might rebuild this car. I don't know if I have one of these. I don't remember a rear end like that. Yeah. A lot of the games you get for the systems don't have ads in them. I do not remember rebuilding a rear end that looked like that. I thought I had this car. If nothing else, I make $200 on it. A Beamer, special edition. That's a car version standard. I lose $1 buying this one. A straight six in it. It's got the same rear end as the Jag I just built. Most of this thing's gonna be junked. Considering how bad a shape this thing's in, if I actually rebuild it right, was that slant six? I could probably do just a standard rebuild on this thing and make most of my money back. Like make a decent chunk of money. Why's it got a roll cage in the back? Okay, I want this car just for my own. It's got a racing seat and a roll cage. Oh man. You don't see many cars in this game with roll cages like that and racing seats. Even the dragsters don't have that. Alright, this is the first one. We're just gonna do a quick flip on this. Oh, really? Went from just about $1,000 up to $2,000 on that one. This is one with that unique rear end in it. Alright, let's work on this car. Make some money on it. We'll rebuild this car. Question is, should I rebuild it with all the bells and whistles or restore it back to stock? Yeah, that makes sense. You'd hate to have a convertible that gets a little squirrely on you, and next thing you know, you're replacing family members or something. I forgot to get rid of all that stuff. Those body panels are shot, so we're just gonna sell everything. Oh, we're already up to making $5,000 on this car. We barely touched it. Okay, there's $2,000 into it. Or 14. And here's where I quit paying attention to how much money I'm spending on it. Front bumper, hood, headlight, tail light, rear bumper. Alright. Doors, windows, rear clamshell. Got to take the fender off. Not a big deal. Alright. What? I don't think this thing's got a front license plate. Nope. to an Indiana plate. Looks like I have everything on it. 121,000. That's what we're up to. Spray booth is just money out of pocket, but I like them better when they're painted. Alright, it says factory color is red. Was it new like that, or was it pre-owned? Gotcha.
It's leaving the restaurant.
I guess scraping the windows would have been better than getting a ticket, huh? What kind of car was it that had that? Wasn't Saturn, was it? Gotcha. When you get a chance, you can go back and look at some of the front-wheel drive racing videos I've got on my channel. They got these different front-wheel drive cars, and they race them on the oval at the Indianapolis Speedrome. Come on. Here we go. There's a guy out there racing a Saturn. Oh, I just heard the door. Be right back. Okay, I'm back with you. A DoorDash driver was going to the wrong house. Um, you got tacos, right?
Yep.
Tacos, this is mine, and no silverware. Plasticware, whatever you want.
Well, there's a knife. I don't think that's going to be much good.
Do you need anything?
I just need a napkin.
You got napkins there.
Right here. Oh, sorry.
Those are my gift cards and money's in them. You're gonna knock my
Better not leave those
stuff over.
laying around.
Alright, I need to go get a tray real quick. You need a tray? Alright, you still there, Rob? I'm back. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of food.
It is.
I don't need this much food. Oh. What was this, Moe's Mexican Grill?
Yeah, Moe's.
Or Southwest Grill?
Yeah.
Alright.
You smell bird?
Dang, what? I don't know if I want to know what you did. You had to sell the car to keep out of trouble. I'm guessing you had a bit of a heavy foot growing up, huh? Yeah, this is the game I like to play when I'm just trying to be lazy about stuff. Oh, wow. Dang. Just a heavy foot, or was you street racing? Now, when I was in high school, there was a couple of the students at testing car in Minneapolis. There was a couple of students, man, they got pulled over all the time. If we had memes back then, they would have made memes about them. Right on. That wasn't that Mustang, was it? There's a guy I chat with in South Africa. He's all the time out street racing. Right on. My wife would love to get a Mustang. She's got a couple of them. She doesn't like Fox bodies. But just about anything else would work. Yeah. That it is. She'd love how to have one of the new Cobras.
I'll take an old one too. As long as it ain't no damn fox body.
I think my favorite Mustang's a 67. Either that or the old Boss. You know what? Speaking of Mustangs, here's what I'd like to have. That's what I would want to have. Wife would be okay with that. I would rather have that black with the gold trim. There's a 17 Mustang. Oh, I still need to work. This one's in rough shape. Hmm. I'll have to work on that. There's a Ford GT40 in there. Apparently, I got another car I need to work on. Here.
Hey, man, come on. Hey, stop my taco so full that I didn't.
Right on. I'm going to go through my garages and find what cars need work. If you don't have the DLC is where you get the actual Fords from. This is the in-game version. And this one's a drag car. You can see it's only got one seat in it. Right on. What was it my mom said? My mom had a old Plymouth Fury police car. And she said she had it until her oldest son went, what was it, end over end 3 times, barrel rolled it 3 times, and then rolled it just on the nose multiple times. When they got to him, he was sitting outside the car on the side of the road smoking a cigarette. He was racing some friends of his. He had the tack buried at 120 and was running side by side with them, and still had 3/4 pedal or a quarter of the pedal yet to go, and just put the rest of the way down, walked off, and left them. Hmm?
Look at this.
No, they did not make them like they used to. What? Yeah, nice. That is a stuffed taco. Wife got tacos from Moe's, and there's so much stuff in them, it's all falling out. With that Civic Si I had, I'd go from Indianapolis to Chicago with the cruise control set at 120. Got lucky that I never got pulled over in that thing. Usually little cars like that get real light when they get going fast. But that one with the aero kit that I had on it, the stock aero kit, when you got up to around 70, you could feel that pushing the air out from under it and pulling it to the ground more. 80 even more. And by the time you're doing 90, it felt like I had magnets on it. And now that I'm older, I'd rather not drive like that. My wife makes fun of me, says I drive like a grandpa. Like, no, I'm driving like someone who can't afford a speeding ticket. Whoops. It's crankshaft V8, okay. Alternator, pressure string pump V8. Alright. So we're going to need a fuel filter, fuel pump. Don't remember what all I need to do that. Oh, steering pump. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Forgot these. Oh, I need 3 of them. Hmm. Yeah, I've got a wife, but I don't have any kids, and it's just
Stepdaughter.
the wife's like, "You have a stepdaughter." Well, yeah, technically, but I don't think she claims me as stepdad. I'll be honest, I'm actually surprised she gave me something for Christmas. Yeah, we went out and had dinner with her mom and daughter and sister and her family. You know, the Aldi's pizza's pretty good. I mean, it's not a gourmet pizza, but for one you just bring home and throw in the oven, they're actually pretty good. Walmart's got a good one also. I think I like Aldi's a little bit more though. Yeah, this car's gonna get expensive to build. Hopefully it pays off. Uh, this puppy will push a little bit of power when I'm done with it.
Ooh, that's jalapeno or something.
Just good old cilantro. By all the parts. Here's a little something off topic. Think about dinosaurs the other day. The T-Rex with those little bitty short arms. Got a theory on what those little short arms are for. If it was to be laying on its belly in the water, it could use those arms as like anchors to hold itself in place so it wouldn't drift around. I don't know why that just came to mind, but I'll blame ADHD for that. Getting ready to watch Jurassic Park. You know there's something like T-Rex in the Bible, don't you? A T-Rex was potentially a fire breather. Yeah, I agree.
It's cilantro rice, but they gave me seasoned rice, it looks like. I can't tell.
It's your rice. It's not as dark as mine, so it's probably cilantro rice. Dude, they're still finding megalodon teeth washing up in rivers all the time. Explain how the Meg's teeth are in the rivers if they're supposed to be extinct, and they're still finding new ones. Google Dinosaur Adventureland. Look up Kent Hovind, find his YouTube. He's on YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, all kinds of stuff like that. I know you have YouTube, so look him up on there. Gotcha. There's a link for you. Check that guy out. Find his YouTube channel. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, all those. My take on those is there's a lot of stuff out there that we don't know about. So it's hard for me to verify one way or the other, considering we don't have any good sightings of them. They're possible, but I don't lean heavy one way or the other. Like, I definitely think there's a possibility. He's like the Dog Man of Lost Lake around the Appalachian Mountains. Look into that if you want to see something really interesting. Wow. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where I won't knock it, and people say they see stuff. I'm not gonna say they didn't because I wasn't there. I'm definitely open to the idea that there could be something there. Yeah. Yeah, you look into thing, it's something called cryptozoology. You'll find a lot of interesting stuff that you didn't think existed. Did that link I shared come through? drdino.com? Cool. Big cats can be scary, that's for sure. Yep. Wife and I was out walking a riverbed one time because we wanted to get some driftwood for our bearded dragons tanks, and we wound up seeing big cat paw prints. So we knew there had to be like a cougar or something in the area. Probably about 20 years ago, my brother moved back to Indiana from Florida. And there was a cougar that was going around jumping in the horse stalls for warmth. And it would kill the horse because the horse would spook it. Well, one day he was staying with mom at the time. And one day he headed out, like at night. And then the next morning he told mom, he's like, Mom, you're not going to see any more stories about that cougar. She's like, well, what happened to it? What'd you find out? And he's like, just know that they're not going to find any more stories about it. He won't confirm it. He won't confirm or deny. But there's a really good chance that he hunted that thing down and killed it one night. When he was in Florida, he was an alligator hunter down there. So the idea of him hunting down a cougar up here wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. He's definitely one of those alpha predator type people. I don't blame you. I had a buddy, he always took something with him whenever he'd go fishing. Oops, didn't want that on there. I was young at the time. I don't remember how old I was, but he took my sister and I out fishing. And we get to where we're going to go fishing at, and he's like, hey, get in the glove box there and get me that, it was a cordless hole puncher that held six future holes. Let's put it that way. Oh, I understand.
Where's the knife?
Oh, what one?
Any knife.
For what?
I need to cut a box open.
It's like, it depends what you want it for. There's different
To
types.
stab you.
Well, that just went over YouTube. See, you guys hear that? Oh, cordless hole puncher.
How do you get it out of here?
Oh, right on. That one took me a minute. I was like, it's a what? It was like, oh, gotcha. Does it have the grip safety thing on it? The little plate at the back where that you have to squeeze it in or for it to work? What am I? Gotcha. That one only holds 9? Thought they had one that held more. I hope we don't get swatted now because of you.
It was a joke. Whoever's listening, I'm really not going to stab him.
Oh, shoot. You know what swatting is? It's where they send a SWAT team to your door. Where is this piece at? There it is. I actually got an email from a local range today asking me to come up here and join them. I become a member up there, and it's something I've been thinking about. I almost become a member last year, but I want to hurt my shoulder, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I can handle holding one of those things up right now. My shoulder's still not right. That's funny. Sucks he never got a chance to use it, but it's funny that he did it. Was the old truck by any chance a Toyota? Hey, big. How's it going? Rusted out 1980 Ford. All right. Well, he didn't do it the Aloha snack bar way then. Bit stressed. What happened? Did I mess this up? I think I put an improper piece in. One of the guys I work with was, I go, why would anyone need one? I was like one cordless or cordless hole puncher. I was like, you're right. I mean, I don't need one. I got two hands. I need at least two. And then, my wife has two hands, so we got to have four in the house. And then what if you drop one? Oh, so so somebody was trying to play Darwin Awards. Survival of the fittest. Exactly. What if one malfunctions? Some people just don't understand. Yeah, big if stuff like that happened to me, I just yell at them and get myself sent to HR. I usually cuss them out in Spanish because it's someone Hispanic that does it. And then they send me to HR for it. Well, if you drop the pallet on them, it only happens once. They never have to worry about another pallet getting dropped on them again. All right. What rim is no good? 19-inch. $325. Yeah, that'd probably happen to me too. even if it wasn't my fault. This company I work for seems to like to fire people over the stupidest stuff now. I almost got fired earlier this year because of getting injured on an OSHA violation last year. Someone else's OSHA violation, I get hurt, and I almost got fired this year for it. $235, $25, $20. Wait, was that right? If I can hit the right buttons. 325, 25, 20. $245, 30, 19. Where I work, you're considered at fault if your skin is white. That green pepper tastes good. Well, I think this car's just about done. Put this last tire on it, give it some fluids, and take it to the test path and the dyno. Didn't need knee pads is because the boss was really tall. This is a I don't know what the car is called. I'll show you here in a second. It's not. This is a in-game car, not a DLC, so it doesn't have the actual car that's modeled after listed. If it is, it's one I've never heard of before. It's a little supercar. Is that all the fluids? Coolant, power steering. I don't think I did the brake fluid yet. Oh. Gotta be able to stop this beast. This is just one for me to sell to try to get my money back up. I don't like it dropping too far off the million. There you go, big deal. That's what it was. So I paid $17,000 for this car. I can sell for $437,000. Factory, 1,014 horsepower. See how high we get. But not big. You have a good one, man. Woo. 117% gain. 2,000 horsepower car. All right. This one measures. Where did it go? There it is. 2,197 horsepower. Alright, I'm measured the same. Okay. I like the paint on that one better. This one's getting sold. Bye, Felicia. Give me that money. Okay. Nope. This one is Nissan GTR. I do not have one of these. Okay. BMW M4 GTS Special. I don't think I have one of these either. Got the M1 Pro car. Uh-uh. There's the one that had a unique rear end, isn't it? Yeah. That's funny. I'd be interested in seeing how that works out. Right on. No performance body parts for this. You can repair body panels in this. I just don't feel like messing with it. I mean, there'd have to be some high-end disc brakes to stop if you're putting a motor on it. Putting some Brimbos on that thing. Because this car is for my collection. I will paint it however I feel like. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I sent the car to the wrong spot. color do we want to paint this in? No livery sport, okay. Hmm. Metallic baby shit green. I don't know what Venta Black is. I'm not sure what that paint is that you mentioned. Ooh, kind of like that blue. Mm, I know what you're talking about now. There's a guy that was running from. I know he started in California. I don't remember where his endpoint was. Still on the East Coast somewhere. He was basically running drugs, and he had that kind of paint on his car. The car and the rims both. He had blacked out windows, and he drove at night with night vision goggles because the windows were so black. He ran no headlights on. Apparently, the type of paint that he used, not only did it absorb a lot of the light to make it like basically a shadow, but it also disrupted radar. It's like, who in the military did you talk to get a hold of that kind of paint? I don't need all this candy that I'm eating. Leftover Halloween candy. We're still working on it. Oh yeah. Would have been insane. Yeah, I like the chameleon paint jobs. On this game, they don't seem to have as nice of an effect on most vehicles you put them on. Have you seen the chameleon paint jobs on GTA? A lot of panels to this thing. I'd love to have a really nice BMW, but there's no way I could afford it. The maintenance costs alone would kill me. I can do a Mac Chameleon on this thing. Was it the actual paint job or was it the wrap? Because I've seen people lately have been doing those chameleons and wrap. There you go, do that matted out black. Kind of like that matte gray. Looks like it's gonna have orange rims, silver and orange. I think I'm gonna do it with this. Right on. That stuff's expensive. Still haven't fixed this thing up. I really should do it. I'm not gonna have time to finish this one. When I do this, I'm just gonna do it back to stock. I'm curious what they're going to do with Car Mechanic Simulator 2026. Booger green paint job. It's kind of funny. There's a Mustang in our town that's got a chameleon paint job on it. You never see it driving, but I know where it parks at. I don't always see it parked, so I know he goes out with it. Remember the first car I saw that chameleon paint on was a 70 Chevelle Super Sport. He had a purple, green, and gold chameleon. He's got those little donut wheels and steel rims on taxi. Kind of funny. Right on. And I remember years ago I was driving from Indianapolis to Fort Wayne. I was just on the north side of Indy, and saw Acura NSX. You wouldn't believe who I saw behind the wheel. Reggie Miller. I got back home to Fort Wayne where I was living at the time, and give up. I told them, yeah, I saw Reggie Miller behind, and they were like, he wouldn't be driving an Acura. I was like, man, you don't even know what kind of car that is. And there was one guy that was a real big car guy, and I was like, man, why don't you tell him what an Acura NSX is? And they're like, oh, dude, this is all supercar and all that. And he just started hyping the car all up, and they're like, well, yeah, maybe Miller wouldn't have been driving that. Like, you know, tell me I didn't see who I saw driving a car? Man, if this thing's got a... Did it have... I see it's got an oil pan. Does it have an oil filter? I'm going to have to drain the oil out first before I pull that. Nah, it doesn't have filter on it. Oh, it did have oil in it. Didn't have an oil filter. Ah, cheap. On this game, I've gone to junkyards, or not junkyards, but barns. Find an old pickup in a barn or something, and see what's the minimum I can do to get the thing on the road. Right on. My dad got me a Pennzoil hat with AJ Foyt's signature on it. I don't even remember how he got it. It had something to do with his work. He was working on heating and air. I want to say he said he had to do some work for his AJ's pit crew chief, I think it was. Because it had Foyt's and his crew chief's signatures on it. I've met a few famous people. Oh, what was the one guy's name? Matt Mitrione from the UFC. I was at a roller derby in Lafayette, Indiana, and I saw him there. He wasn't as tall as I thought he'd be. I thought he'd be taller. I guess his sister-in-law played for the team that I was watching. Old NASCAR driver Brian Vickers. I was a bartender for his press conference room one day at the Brickyard. Didn't get to meet him or anyone I knew, but whenever they started the race, they shut the room down and they let me go stand behind pit wall and watch the car. So I got to watch part of the Brickyard one year, standing behind pit road, right at the exit where they exit back onto the track. I was hot and miserable that day. I had to wear a penguin suit all day. Didn't stick around for much of the race. I was a bartender at Rib Fest in Indianapolis one year. I got to see Hootie, and I got paid to see Hootie and the Blowfish and Charlie Daniels band. There was a bunch of other bands too. I just don't remember who else it was. But those two I remember. I got paid to see them. When I was a bouncer at a bar in Indy, I actually carded Hinder. The band Hinder played at the bar next door. When they got done, they came over to our bar to hang out. I just seen them come right out of the bar. They went up to their tour bus they had parked in front of the Vogue. And when they came over, I carded them. Oh, nice. That figure eight track that you see in some of my videos, um, how many times did Ben win the championship, babe? 4? Is he a 4-time world champion now? 5-time? Is he 5?
I think so.
Okay, Ben Tunney's either won 4 or 5 world championships on the track. And when I proposed to my wife on the start finish line of the track, and I had Ben Tunney right there with us when I did it. That was pretty cool. I've actually got 2 tires that he took off of race cars out in my storage unit. Uh-oh. There's the bedtime alarm. I'll finish putting the bottom side of this engine together. Well, I guess I didn't need those. I wasn't paying attention. Right on. Yeah, I proposed to her on the start finish line on the track on opening day of the season. Opening day was supposed to be April 1st, but because it was raining, that got postponed to April 2nd. So I was going to try to propose to her on April 1st on the racetrack. She likes that racetrack more than I do. Big alternator on this thing. Oh, I guess I didn't need to buy that pump. I could probably really soup this thing up. I just don't want to. In fact, I know I could because I've done it to this engine before. Like this type of engine. Right on. Personally, I'd rather see Bristol. From what I understand, there's not a bad seat in the house there. Because how small the track is. I don't know why I just did that. I've already got these. I will tell you, don't waste your money going to the Indianapolis 500. That track sucks for spectators. I haven't been to the actual race, but I've been to like qualifying and stuff, and you can't see anything around that track. Must have put the exhaust on once it gets in the vehicle. I like a lot of local tracks. One thing you have to watch out for is you might not want to be too close to the pits because the pits at local tracks can get a bit rowdy. Yeah, there's some videos from the speedrome where some of the drivers or whatever like getting in fights in the pits and stuff. And it's not always drivers. Sometimes the drivers have nothing to do with it. It's their pit crews. But the track we go to, it's also got a family section where in that section there's like no smoking, no drinking. Uh, they try to keep cussing to a minimum in that section. It's just, overall, it's like the censored section for the track, and it's what's for um, families. Yeah, maybe we'll get some more racing videos up on the channel this next season. He calls that a bad. Your oldest calls that a bad word. That's funny. Have you seen the video where the little kid comes out and they're crying? He's like, "What are you crying for?" Daddy called me a Democrat. It cracks me up. think that's all I can do under here. There's a lot packed into a little area on that car. That engine sits way low in there too. You didn't even have to teach him that? Pick it up at school or something? It'd be a rare place to pick that up at though. Ooh, cross member F. Is your side of the family that way? Like they're left leaning or something? I don't know. I bought that shock. That was the wrong shock to buy. I need that one. Right on. Smart kid. Our governor's a Republican. I call him out for being a rhino. Republican in name only. Let's see, I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I only need 8 of these. No, I think I need 10. Yeah, I was gonna wear a shirt that my wife got me for Christmas. To the we went out to dinner with her family, her side family, and yeah, I put it on there. She's like, I thought you was gonna wear that to work. I don't want you wearing it around my family. It's a Lego man that looks like Trump, and he's using Lego bricks to build a wall. Like, well, I'll save it for the company holiday party they're going to be having. It's like if I'm going to save it for that, I want to make sure everybody gets to see it. I got to wear a vest at work, but nobody'd really see it then. I annoy people with talking politics sometimes. Where'd you find that shirt? Amazon? Yeah, she found it on Amazon. Let's see here if I can find something
I
like it.
googled Donald, or I typed in the Amazon Donald Trump Legos.
I typed in Donald Trump Lego shirt and it was the first one that popped up. Copy link. There's a link to the shirt that she got me for Christmas. Oh, right on. I think the majority of my work is people from not around here. That's the most polite way. But I've determined the three things my work would, or let's just say the top two things I think that would scare my employer is an ice raid or either an ice raid or sorry, I got distracted. Um, OSHA coming through. Either OSHA or ICE would probably scare the crap out of them. I won't call them because I don't trust them to protect the whistleblower. Now, if something happens, I'm no longer employed. Better believe I'm picking that phone up. 1866 DHS 2 ICE. In case you ever wanted ICE's phone number. And that was just from memory. I didn't look up or anything. I've memorized that number. Right on. This is an annoying part about this car. You do all this work in the under the hood.
Uh-oh.
Oh, cat's coming out here to tell us it's bedtime.
Like, here, it's bedtime.
And then you gotta come back up this way. Just put the exhaust manifold back on. Oh, I forgot about that piece. This new guy running the show where I work, I think we're going to be running into some problems from what I'm seeing that he's not anticipating. Like we're starting to run into things where we've got a lot of. We used to be able to get all day shifts, get all their work done, and then when night shift would come in, they'd be able to focus on their stuff. Well, it's getting so bad that day shift is leaving work behind for night shift to do, and when we come in the morning, it's still like part of it's still there. Like they didn't get a chance to do it all. I don't know why I bought that. I didn't have one. You guys have a bunch of guys trying to take off hunting opener. I think it's that way at a lot of places. I forgot to buy a gas tank. Yeah, they're letting us have a 6 hour day um, New Year's Eve, where normally the old leaders would have given us a whole day off. Oh, it's B. I bought A. Bought a bunch of stuff I didn't need. It's all right. Have you ever heard of an organization called Blackwater? Let's say they're the type of people that the government gets a hold of when the government needs to have work done that they're not allowed to know about. Yeah, I knew a guy that was medically retired from Blackwater from getting shrapnel in his legs, and him and his buddies would go hunting, and he told me about how they would do it. They'd go hunting for like elk. One guy at the bottom of the hill and two guys would start at the top of the hill. The guys at the top would run the elk down the hill, and the guy at the bottom would just sit down there and pop them off as the elk were coming by. Dang, it's a good shot. That's someone that's used to hitting moving targets. So I thought about doing something for target practice for like squirrel and rabbit. You get an off-road racing truck for RC, like an RC off-road racing truck, and run about a 20-foot line behind it, and get like I don't know, a raccoon tail or something like that, and tie it onto it. And you go ripping that truck around the yard, like in a safe area to shoot at. And you go run that truck all over the place, and you sit there and try to pick off the tail. Yeah, that would. I knew what you were saying. I understand the autocorrect's a bit of a pain. Got a feeling I forgot something on this. Yeah, a lot of those guys are. A lot of those guys are like, what's the right word to term you the right term to use here because I'm getting tired. My brain's not functioning right. But a lot of guys that have been through the ringer like that can be really nice people. It's almost like they've seen enough ugly in the world. They're just tired of it. And they just want to chill and relax. 175, 80, 16. The cars I'm used to working on this game, these tires look so tiny. Kind of surprised they're 16 in trim wrong. When you go from a 14 or a 15 to a 16 inch, price jumps. I understand that. Well, I'm about done building the taxi. It'll just be a matter of putting fluids in it. That's it. No fluid. Yeah. I come down and just put the fluids in it and then make sure everything works. Oh, reminds me, I need to put washer fluid in my Jeep. I think I'm about out. I need to take it in for an oil change just 'cause I don't feel like messing with it. Forgot to make that eye appointment today, babe.
Okay.
I was so worried about your packages on the front porch. Tried focusing on that. Let's see here. Now I could probably soup this thing up pretty good too, especially with having some of the other parts it's got. There's something else on this I haven't showed you that you can do. Yeah, I try not to. I try to do my eye exam every January. If you can use all these tools in the game to troubleshoot a vehicle, I did do them all. The last one is for draining stuff. Hmm. Hey, at least it works. I just walked through that door. It's kind of funny. No, I see this. You know what I see that goes right here? Fishing poles. And you take that back seat out, slide your fishing poles straight up through there. Have all this room over here for putting the rest of your gear. It would be a bad little vehicle to take fishing. Yeah, that would have been nice on the back. Wouldn't have done much for the front, but on the back it would have been nice. All right. Well, Rob, as always, thanks for stopping by, man. I gotta get some sleep. I got an early day tomorrow. Let's see here. I can remember what button to push. There we go. All right. You have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.